Hey y'all, this is Courtney with Nurse Court Budgets. Welcome to $2 Tuesday. So we are going to just jump right into our mini savings challenges and get things going. And I think we're going to use the dominoes today. It's been a minute maybe since I used them. I know I didn't last week, so we are going to try the dominoes today. So I hope you guys are having a good week. Life has been hectic at Nurse Court's house, but it is all right. We are going to deal with it. So kind of a little bit of an update. I got my physical therapy scheduled, woohoo, and I don't start it till the end of October. I started on, I think it's like the very last Friday of October, and I think it's going to work out for me to do the physical therapy a couple days a week, and I should only have to use about 3.5 hours of PTO each week for it. And the only reason why I would really have to is because I have to travel over an hour to one of the clinics on Tuesdays when I go. Fridays is only, my clinic is only a half hour away, so it's not quite as much. But anyway, so I think it's going to work out pretty good. So happy about that. And I'm doing much better as far as the pain and all that goes. Like it's very manageable at this point. I mean, I've still got the numbness and tingling in my, hand and arm, and it will kind of flare up, but like overall it's manageable. I just kind of want to know what's going on, what's causing the pinched nerve. Is it something, to keep a close eye on? I just want to make sure that like it's not going to cause me to continue to lose function, because I do have, when my doctor did my eval, I have weakness in my bicep and triceps, both, from it. So I just want to, do the right thing and make sure that I'm not going to get worse over time. I mean, it may get worse over time, but I mean, obviously as I get older. But anyway, all that to say is, I'm doing better with it right now. So for that, I am thankful. On the other hand, I got news. So we took my dad in for a heart cath, and he has to have open heart surgery. So in a couple weeks, he will be doing open heart surgery. By the time you guys see these videos, it'll be about a week and a half away. So I'm not sure if come the middle of October, because his surgery is scheduled the 16th of October. So I'm not sure if I will be able to keep up with the videos I may be able to that week because I film them the week ahead, but the week following, like in the 20s of October, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get videos up that week or not. We'll just see how it goes. If I'm able to get them up and pre-film and get them all done ahead of time, then that will be great. So I am not sure, but anyway, we're going to try to get some videos out, but it's possible I may not. So I'll keep you all updated if that is the case. But anyway, I guess I should go ahead and start putting some money on these. So let's see, let's just put one on there for the blank. And anywho, so it is what it is. We tried to put it off. He had, a couple years ago, he had some trouble, and they went in and they stented him. And then at that time, he has a leaky valve, a leaky mitral valve. And so they stented him, and they thought that maybe that would help it get better over time. And it probably did help it some, but now he's got some re-blockages again. And so at this point, they're saying that his valve is severely leaky and it's decreasing his heart function. So because he's got that, and then now he's developed AFib, because that happens a lot when we get older, they say, and because he's got the three things, the leaky valve, so they want to replace his valve, and then go in and just do a bypass around the arteries that are blocked, and then also do an ablation for the AFib, which just goes in there and puts like little on the heart. Basically, they go in and, well, for like a lack of better explanation, it kind of like burns little areas in the heart and it can fix the AFib, which is atrial fibrillation. And so hopefully in the long run, if that fixes it and it stays away, he wouldn't have to be on blood thinners and stuff like that. So, which would be good, you know, as they age. Well, I must have screwed up somewhere because I have an extra $1. You know, that's what happens when I talk. So if I can find it, the extra $1 goes with the Mrs. Champion. So Snoopy, it goes with the Snoopy challenge. If I find that extra $1, we're gonna see. Okay. Anyway, that's what I shouldn't talk and count out money. And apparently I pulled 3 ones at some point instead of 2 ones. But we will find it and we'll fix it and put it under the Snoopy challenge. So anyway, life is interesting at my house. And to top it all off, I have got my hours in for my diabetes stuff. And so yay, I'm super excited about that, especially now that I'm going to be off for some days around my dad's surgery. And then I have got my test scheduled for the first part of November. So we are going to see if I can pass the test. Hopefully so. But anyway, but it's scheduled sometime in the first half of November. So I have got a busy 4 to 6 weeks because I've got to study and prepare for that test. I have been studying, but I really got to focus on that on my day off. And days off and time off. And then I've got the whole thing with my dad and starting physical therapy. It's like when it rains, it pours, right? Such is life. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we should have 10. So let me put this one aside and come back to that one and see if I can find that extra $1. But yeah, so when it rains, it pours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's an even amount, so it's not that one. So let's go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And I guess we can keep out $2 and grab 2 buyback 5s. So anyway, life is lifin'. Life is lifin'. But overall, things are going well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here it is. There's the extra $1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect, because 8 is an even amount, and that's what it should be. So we're going to make each icon be $2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see what else is going on that I can catch you up all on. So I have a tree. So, oh yeah, last week, whenever I was recording it was my box challenge day, Wealthy Wednesday. I kept hearing a noise and all this stuff. So yes, it was a small limb that had fallen. That was the thump that I heard, but it fell out on my deck. But it was a small limb, didn't do any damage because it wasn't a big limb. But I think that's what caused like tree bark or something like that to get caught up in my air conditioner, and then that was the second noise that I was hearing. So that tree that the limb fell out of it needs to come down. It is literally right beside my house. It's a big, huge tree, and it's starting to, some of the limbs are starting to die, and there's been a limb that's been dead up in there for probably, I know it was dead last year, and it might have been dead even before then, and it needs to come out. That limb needs to come out. So we were just going to have him take that limb out, and then my brother was up hanging some Christmas lights for me. I know, way early, but he was in town and he hung them, and they're like permanent Christmas lights, so they'll be up all the time. But he was hanging them, and he's like, your gutters are like, they're so filthy with leaves and stuff from this tree. He's like, really, that whole tree needs to come down. He said, it is right by your house. He said, I mean, if you had a bad storm and, that could come down. I'm like, yeah, you're really not wrong. So I've decided that I think I'm going to have him trim the tree down. He has the guy that my family knows, he's got a bucket truck, and so he's gonna come. We're gonna get the limbs, like the big limbs, kind of cut back, and then eventually, like if he can get like the big limbs down and just kind of leave the trunk. If he doesn't want to do that part, then my brother will come and take care of the trunk at some point. But anyway, so that's going to happen tomorrow. So yay, that's good, because I told my dad, I was like, well, you're going to be tied up 8. I can't talk and do all the things. I was like, you're going to be tied up for, you know, a minimum of 8 weeks to 10 weeks. And you're not going to be doing much. And it's probably honestly going to be longer than that, because my dad is 82. He'll be 83 in December. And so he's not a young spring chicken anymore. And 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm afraid that the recovery is going to be kind of hard on him. That's like the worst part. Like it's just going to be, it's going to be tough and going to be rough. If he can get past, you know, the first week or so, it'll get better and things will get better. But I'm just, yeah, it'll be rough for a couple weeks or so, I think. And then hopefully. But the recovery itself is a big process, and you can't drive for a while. And yeah, so I think that it's going to be a long winter anyway. And all that to say is, I was like, this little project with my tree needed to happen. And I'm like, it probably ought to happen before you have, at least get the tree limbs down. And then, because he was going to be out there to kind of help guide and direct, you know. He was not going to do a whole lot, but be a director. And 4, 5, 6. I just feel like that it probably would be a good idea to go ahead and get that done. And so my brothers can handle the rest of it later, if we can get the biggest part down. So anyway, kind of a lot to think about. And so when we went up there, the crazy thing is when we were there last Monday, and the surgeon came in and wanted to do surgery on Thursday. And I was like, this Thursday? He was like, yeah. He's like, I've got an opening. I can squeeze him in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I'm going to have to get off work and all that kind of stuff. And so I was calling around, and I'm like, okay, can I get off work? And they gave me off work. And then by the time his nurse practitioner rounded and did for the scheduling portion, they were like, no, he can't do it this Thursday. Like, his schedule is completely booked. We're going to have to, you know, schedule it out for a week or 2 in advance. So yeah, there's that. So after I had got off work and everything, then I had to like and they had already like called my patients and rescheduled them. And so I'm like, okay. So I was luckily they were able to get me some patients rescheduled, so I was able to still work, and then I'll be taking off later. Anyway, but yeah, it's been a whirlwind at my house. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32. $32. And this is Kinda Bougie, Kinda Broke from Millennial Saver. And I realize that I have been chatting it up and not even telling you who my challenges are from. So cha-ching, we need to add $1 to our ding ding for a completed savings challenge. And then let me go in here, and we're going to add in the October challenge from Buttercup Budgets. So that one will be a new one that we will start. So we have Millennial Saver, now Buttercup Budgets. This was Prop Budgets, Dawn Sunrise Budgeting, Angela Marie 888, and then Aisha M Budgets. So every time I say the word budget, I got a funny story to tell you. So one of my nieces, when she was little girl, when her dad was, you know, driving down the highway, and sometimes, you know, we get right on the line, and they have those little I don't know, they put like grooves in the road so it makes a noise so you won't cross the lane or whatever, and wake you up, kind of. It's like safeguards that you're going off the side of the road. Anyway, and he was doing that, and the way that it was hitting the tires, she said, "Oh, Daddy, the road's saying budget, 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 budget." So anyway, every time I say the word budget, that's what I think of, is my niece and in the car saying budget, budget, budget. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, $1 short. Of course. Okay. So $15 in the Mrs. Champion 1. Alrighty. Well, that is it, folks. I've been super chatty, and so we just finished up $2 Tuesday. And I have 2 buyback 5s that I wasn't able to buy back. But we will get that fixed for next time. Alright. Get my challenges in here. So are you guys ready for fall? It's hard to believe that it is October now. And I am ready to get the next 6 weeks over with. I'll be real honest, like, because my dad's surgery will be done. We'll be back home. My test will be done. Hopefully I pass and I won't have to worry about that. And then I can just kind of relax a little bit. I won't have to, like, all my Thursdays, days off, I won't have to, like, spend so much time studying, and I'm kind of anxious about that. So I'm ready to get the test over with. I don't feel like I'm prepared for it yet. You know how we always are. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to go in, and I think I'm going to do some from my Bump the Camera challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And I'm going to take these 2 5s and do that and do a little bit of condensing that way. So that we got our 50 bones here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, I think. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Perfect. Okay. Now we are set and ready for next time. All right, and tomorrow is Wealthy Wednesday, and we are going to start a new box challenge, and it's going to be I think it's called Cozy Fall Savings. Anyway, cozy something. Cozy Savings. It's a fall challenge. That's what I know. So I will see you tomorrow on Wealthy Wednesday. I'll see you then. Bye, friends.